Hi, everybody. I wanted to reach out to all of you because I'm sure, like me, you're reading the front page of the newspapers, and it's very alarming. It's very alarming when we see that the spikes of the virus are concentrated in areas like Côte St. Luc. It's very difficult to see the newspapers and see that the Tosh community has been put into a quarantine. And with these very alarming, startling headlines, we can start to hear a couple of other voices creeping into the discussion. And it's the underbelly of society. It's the more nasty version of what could be said about the Jewish community and about Jews. And this is certainly an alarming thing. I want to just point out a couple of additional stories that we don't always hear about and are critically important to share. The first story is about the Federation CJA and the IGA in the city, not the Cavendish Mall IGA. I believe it is the alternative IGA on Victoria. But before opening hours, at around 7 o'clock in the morning, if you went up to the window and you put your face up against the window, you would have seen scores of volunteers from Federation packing bags to hand out food and food parcels to the most vulnerable and needy in the greater Montreal community. That's an incredible mitzvah. It's something that didn't reach the front pages of the newspapers, but it should have. And I'm sending this message to you simply because I want you to be aware of it. We're one community. And when we come together as one community, we take care of each other. We take care of those who are perhaps the poorest, most marginalized. We take care of those who are homebound, the sick, the elderly, the Holocaust survivors in our community. And notwithstanding the noise that can be heard coming from without, we know who we are from within. Just today, I want to bring to the attention of the Beth Tikva community that through the help of the CJF, the Jewish Community Foundation, Kathy Asayag, as well as Yair, CEO of Federation, as well as all of the team of leadership within our community, Beth Tikva was able to receive a grant helping and ensuring that we are able to continue spending funds on those who need it most. We thank Kathy, Yair, and all of those who are the additional leaders of the broader community because we're one community. We are one community, and for Beth Tikva to be able to receive financial aid and assistance, it's something that we extend our gratitude and our appreciation. And know that this is also a call for additional funds. We are planning on sending out a Pesach Yom Tov meal to all of those who in our community need it the most. If you are able to contact the Beth Tikva office, please know that we need additional funds at this time so that we can continue doing the mitzvah of taking care of anybody who may request it, or even those who don't ask but might need nevertheless. Another individual, a caring, wonderful mother in our community, brought to my attention a nasty website that was penned by a Jewish individual who was displaying an incredible amount of insensitivity to different aspects and segments within our own community because of decisions that were made, because of events that have taken place, and it was about finger pointing. This is not a time for the Jewish community to turn on one another. God forbid we ever do that. Our greatest weakness throughout our history has only shown itself when Jew has turned upon Jew. This is not a time even for a hyphenated Jewish experience. We are not Reformed Jews, we are not Orthodox Jews, we're not conservative Jews, we are not secular, traditional, Ashkenazi, Sephardi. We are none of the hyphenated Jews. We're simply Jews. We are one, and we're one people, and at this time Our greatest strength lies in our unity. When we are here together for one another, with one another, that's when we are at our best, that's when we are at our strongest. Pesach story reminds us that when we left, Pharaoh gave Moses an option. Maybe you want to leave just the men, and Moses said, no, that's not acceptable. He said, fine, you can go with the women as well, but leave the kids behind. Moses said, no, that's not acceptable. Okay, take the women and take the kids, but leave behind everything else. No, that's not acceptable. At every point and at every moment, we were able to do what we have always done, and that was come together and do this with the sense of all of us, united, all of us together. It's our greatest strength, and this is our most important moment. May we continue being united on these days, and come what may from those who may speak nastily from the outside, let us do what we know we must and always should, which is to always be there for each other, today, now, and always. Thank you.